everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Happy Tuesday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. So, as you guys may know, we got some action. We got a little teaser video for the new Batman Origins Batman figure. Obviously, a lot of you should know that InArt did this in 112 because they suck at 1/6. So Hot Toys came in, of course, as the king that they are and gave it to us in 1/6, which is the only scale people actually really want. So here we are about to get into it. Also, guys, remember that when Hot Toys gets into these Batman figures, especially the video game stuff, we get a few repaints from these suits. So remember for the original Arkham Knight video game, we got Futura Knight, we got Batman Beyond, we got Prestige version, and they're all the same suit, just repaints. What was the other one? I think that was it. And then obviously the regular one. So we had 4 just from Arkham Knight. Again, same suit, just repaint. I think the most different one is Batman Beyond because it was a different symbol and blah, blah, blah. But Futura Knight was a red, red just like the Prestige, just like the original. So we can get some repaints for this as well, but we're going to get into all of that. Guys, there's 14 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Let me put my phone to charge because it's going to die. Let's see who's in the house, guys. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. We got 15 in here. We got Ash in the house. Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you.
Hello!
What up, Pleasure Crackers? Was played at. Oh my God! Already, Michael in the house. Welcome, Mike.
I'm doing.
Welcome. We got Ron. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
We got Luge back from Backstreet Boys weekend, getting diddled up.
Hello!
Unbelievable. What up? And 1 second until vehicle collectors back. This is where he was all weekend, guys. He was completely MIA all weekend. And he comes back talking about Backstreet Boys. This is the community, guys. Okay? Bison, Naked Fisons, and Backstreet Boys. You come up with your own conclusion what that means, okay? We got Bao.
How you doing?
Can you imagine being grown and proud you were? Oh my God. Like I just said, okay? Like I just said. Naked Fisons and Backstreet Boys. You come up with your own conclusion. Chooch!
Hello!
Christian, I was just gonna. He said Team Sardines. I was just gonna say I have to come up with a nickname for you. It's gonna be Sardines 2.0. Sardines 2.0. Unbelievable. That's a new nickname, Christian. Sardines 2.0. Guys, Christian posted a picture of himself in a mask, the creepiest mask you'll ever see, celebrating 3 Kings Day because he's a Trump supporter. And you have to see the sardines in the You guys have to see the sardines in the back. Oh my God, unbelievable. Christian, I apologize, Christian. We got Chris. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to Patrick. Shout out to TK. They don't really collect. Why always late fast? What are you doing? I work. I don't know what you do in the UK besides drink beers all day long, Chris, but I work. Okay. No, this late to formation. I am not in the military, okay?
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
I am not in the military, okay? Leave me alone. Wayne, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Welcome. Ernesto, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Guys, there's 17 of you guys here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. We got Meow Collector. Welcome.
Hello!
Welcome. Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Off this week. Perhaps my birthday. Oh, happy birthday, my friend. Look at that. Happy birthday. Looks like I'm going to be getting a birthday present from Chris. Thank you. Ahead of time. Guys, hit the like button. There's 16 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for hitting the like button already. Happy New Year, everybody. For those who haven't been here since the last stream. Let's see. Damn. Fine Batman figure. Now bring Chris Rebound 2.0 to really show in art. No, they don't think that Hot Toys is constantly chasing in art. Like, absolutely not. Remember that, if anything, Hot Toys made Christopher Reeve's Superman multiple times before in art was even a thing. You know, so don't get used to the fact that, or don't get used to thinking that, you know, Hot Toys is always trying to show them up. Remember that Hot Toys did it first. In art came in 100 years later, and now people are assuming, oh, Hot Toys is coming after them. No. That's not a thing. That will never be a thing. Hot Toys has created 2 Christopher Reeve Supermans already. We got the standard with the Fortress of Solitude in white, and then we got the evil version Superman. I think it was Superman 3. So Hot Toys was already way ahead of the game before Inner, again, was even a thing. So let's see who else is in the house. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't yet. Thank you, everybody. Oh, my God. Imagine Backstreet's Trans Zone. Unreal. Unbelievable. Oh my God, Christian. We got Sardines 2.0. Oh my God. Chris says, have a Carvendo as a Monday or so-called May. Huh? Stop. See? This is what I tell TK all the time. That's why I don't trust TK. See? Oh my God. These UK people, they make pretend that you're friends. And then they backstab you. TK? Oh my God, imagine. Guys, hit the like button. Thank you, everybody who hit the like button already. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. It cannot be a thing after Hot Toys gives me a 2.0. Well, no, it's necessary. At this point, Christopher Reeve's Superman with rolling eyes, obviously an updated head sculpt, body, materials for those outfits, right? They're 100% going to be way better, way sharper, you know, way better tailored, right? The bodies, even better, most likely seamless body, you know, arms at least now. For Superman like that. So it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. And now I don't remember specifically. We're going to get into it in a second. 18 likes. Look at that. We got a good crew tonight. We have a good crew tonight. Night Watch, welcome. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Hello. So yeah, let's wait for a few more of you guys before we get started. I'm tired, guys. Michael, how you feeling? Michael's very sick. Michael's got what I had last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, last week or the week before. Michael's got it now. I think Nefty's over it already. I think Nefty's just coughing now. But it is crazy. Leo, my friend. Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
So we will see. We will see what we get into tonight. Who else is in here? Say hello if you're in here. Say hello. Where's Christian? Where's Christian? He said, I'm dying over here. I'm telling you, that thing, I told you guys, I don't get sick. I never get sick. And that kicked my ass. Real bad. Really bad. Usually, and even when I got COVID, I had COVID 2 times. 2022 was the first time I had COVID for 3 days. Literally just a full-blown 3 days. Body aches and everything. Then I got it like a month and a half ago. Again, it was 2 days, the worst tooth pain you could imagine from the COVID. And then this flu. This flu was at least 5 days. The worst flu I've ever had my whole life. Okay. The symptoms were crazy all over the place. It was insane. Guys, hit the like button. There's 21 of you guys in here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We got Christian in the house. How are you, Mike?
Hello!
Welcome, welcome. Yes, hit the like button, please, guys. Thank you for being here. We got 19 likes and 22 watching. Guys, hit the like button, please, please, please. I'm currently sitting in a Vietnamese restaurant about to eat banh mi's and pho soups with my wifey. Let me tell you something. Pho ga, which is the chicken pho, delicious. They have these, usually depending on the restaurant, they got these short ribs, these like beef short ribs, incredible. White rice, incredible. Banh mi sandwich I never really had. I recently had a steak sandwich that they had with like barbecue steak, cilantro, cucumbers, pickled daikon, pickled carrots. Let me tell you something. That bread that they use too, oh, amazing. Amazing. We'll be eating out of chat. Enjoy it. Guys, ain't no way you ignore what I said earlier when I said hi to something. No, I didn't see you. I didn't see you. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, this one? You can start now. Fabs. Oh, I didn't see this. Yeah, this for you.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it, Christian. My bad. My bad. I recommend you take Westview to see. Thule, you already know the answer to this, okay? The answer to this is don't you dare, okay? This is the answer to this. Don't you dare try to bring your wife anywhere near Backstreet Boys, okay? This is for people who collect naked Fisons 24/7 and call themselves collectors, okay? Do not do that. You're not that guy. Anyone else get an email for everything is shipping, guys. Everything is shipping. Blue and gray Keaton, Snow Trooper, T-800 battle damage, 1977 Spider-Man, God Loki, I think that's everything. Yeah. Everything is shipping. Can you imagine? They were like, everything's delayed. Just kidding. Everything's coming in your face at once. Yo, it is crazy. It is crazy. Okay? It is crazy. Unbelievable. Jungle, you made it on time for once in your life. Unreal.
Hello!
Jungle made it once. I'm more of an NSYNC guy myself. Oh my god. Yes, Ash, X23 as well. That was another one. Correct. So yeah, everything's shipping, guys. Everything is shipping. Great starter. Yeah, well, not for the wallet, I'll tell you that. I tell you that. I'm gonna had my figures paid off, everything shipping all one. Yeah, no, lucky for you, man. That's great. Having your figures paid off is the best feeling ever. Okay, because then all you're waiting for is that last payment of tax and shipping and tariff now, and then see ya. Carlo, my friend, welcome. How are you?
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
The ice is coming. Not, I don't mean the troops. I mean ice storm. Wait, are we getting more snow, Carlo? Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it. Sterling's fine art. Welcome.
How you doing?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on, guys. Spice Girls. Spice Girls. Rod!
How dare you?
Rod! Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 27 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here as well. Let me see. All right. Best feeling is when your diorama is done. Guys, if you ever want to know anything about dioramas, Jungle is your guy, okay? He doesn't even collect figures. All he collects is dioramas. So someone I had known for 8 years, been on a job, good job, work in the body shop, little got away with it because there was no witnesses. Glad to see. Oh my god. I'm telling you, TK. Thank you, Chris, for this. You're teaching me something about the UK people. Those Brits. Got the snow here. Oh no. Oh. Instigator. Just thinking out. Could be some snow, wet snow, possible freezing, ugly commute. Oh god. I hate it. Fast towers, what are these towers? He said, "Oh, from your king." Oh my god.
Wrong.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that sucks. Snow sucks. Ruins everything all the time. Especially when you gotta drive far. Oh, the worst. Thing in New York is, though, guys, for those who don't live, up north, you live down south. We got all the equipment, right? We got all the trucks, we got the sanders, we got the plow. So the main roads, like the highways, are usually okay. By the time you gotta go to work, usually, depending on how bad the snow is. But the side streets, a disaster every time. I think the Batman Returns to no shipping to this month. I believe so too. That one also. Yep, that was another one. We need to move to Florida. I know, man. I told you guys, when I retire, Florida, here I come. I will be nowhere near Jungle because nobody wants to be near that guy. But Florida is the way to go. Barry in the house. Where have you been? collecting SH figures, I guess.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Look at who came back to YouTube. What do you mean? I've been here since like 2022 or 2022, I believe. Where have you been? SH Figures. Disgusting. Guys, you need us to send some salt. No, we got some. Glad I didn't feel bad. Yes. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. It was horrible. I'm telling you, I don't get sick like I told you guys, and it was the worst I ever had. The worst. 22 guys, hit the like button. There's 29 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you everybody who did already. I'm on the fence. Possible Leia figure from A New Hope for 280. What do you think? What do you mean? You're on the fence about what? You're saying that you're on the fence about what? That it's coming out? If you're on the fence of it coming out, why are you on the fence about it? What do you mean? I don't understand. Explain what you mean by that. Does that mean that you're not buying something because you're expecting that to come out? But that's not going to come out anytime soon, I don't think. Nothing this soon. Guys, hit the like button. There's 28 of you guys in here. Do not roach on the stream. Do not roach. We got Derek. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. Purchasing it. Oh, somebody's selling you. Somebody's selling you A New Hope. See, here's the thing. That figure, until the new one comes out, is always going to be a classic. For 280, with all of the updated figures that we have now, I mean, you have to like really, really, really want it and say, you know what, it is what it is. I need it in my collection. Just know that we are getting a new one at some point with an updated body, with the updated likeness, like we saw the Bush Leia. So then you're going to be like, oh, I just spent this money on this, and now we got the new one. Again, doesn't mean it's coming out next week, next month, within the next 6 months, but it's definitely coming out. Right? So it's up to you how bad you want it, how bad you really need it in your collection, but it's a classic figure nonetheless. You know what I mean? So that's the problem with that. It's, do you really want to spend $280 now on an old figure like that it's 100% going to get updated at some point? Now, how long are you willing to wait to get that update? You know what I mean? Could be next year, right? If they announce it this year, we're not getting it this year. We're getting it next year. So that's the problem. If you could try to get them down to about like 250, 240, then do it all day long. Do it. But 280, and again, the figure doesn't come with much anyway. The figure comes with her gun, and that's it. The base, and that's pretty much it. She doesn't really come with a lot, and I guess some hands. So again, if you can get it lower, and then it comes down to how bad you really want it. Let's see who else is in here. TK, welcome.
I'm doing.
Right here, complain about Origins figure from same people. Of course. You, again, like I tell Rudy all the time, these people will never be happy about anything. When you're miserable, you're always going to be miserable. But like I said, they think it's cool to hate on Hot Toys. Everything Hot Toys makes is a problem. Will always be a problem for these lowlifes. So why even listen to these people? But they're always going to have a problem. It's always the same people. They praise garbage in art when they're garbage, or when their figures are complete garbage and complete trash. But Hot Toys is the problem. So fucking stupid. Stupid. So Rudy is shocked every day. He's like, oh, these people hating. I'm like, Rudy, don't get used to it. Just get used to it, because it's going to happen about every figure. Hot Toys is always the problem. But go look at their collections. What are they buying?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Bunch of bums. Bunch of bums. Yeah, so if you try to get cheaper, Carlo, by all means, go ahead. A New Hope, of course. You heard it here first, as usual. As you think we'll get some drops and pre-orders before Hot Toys break. Well, we're definitely getting more releases, and as you can see, more announcements, right? Pre-order for this Batman is in 2 days, on the 8th, I believe they said. So they're always going to keep giving us product until, they're completely done, before their New Year's. And then, once their New Year is over, then we're going to get bombarded with release after release after release, and then whatever pre-orders they got to announce as well. Happens every year. The 280 is the lowest I could get them. Also, yes, I want the figure. Now, is the figure sealed? Is the figure used? What is the shape of the figure? That's another thing, right? It's an old figure. It's a very frail figure. It's a very thin female body, very small female body. So that's another thing. Make sure it's not loose. Make sure it's not missing anything. Make sure it's not beat up. Make sure it's not scuffed up. Make sure it's in good shape, and then decide. But 280, again, it's not that it's a bad price, because it's really not. But the problem is it's a very old figure now. And like I said, we're going to get an update at some point. So make sure the figure is perfect for you. And then, I guess if you really need it, then it is what it is, the same people that hate. Exactly. It's all liberals. I told you, this community is 99% liberals. You guys hear the conversations we have with Mike when he's here, how he gets attacked over a comment, not even a comment, over a Donald Trump toy. People are writing him essays over this figure. They're all related to Ash, by the way. Ash loves Trump. So, yeah, this community is liberal.com. That's why they're all like that. That's why they're all the same. They all got the same mentality. Always crying about something. Always complaining about something. Everything's a problem. But the garbage, they love the garbage. Look what they're doing now. Oh, Maduro. No kings. No kings. No kings. Leave Maduro alone. Leave that king alone. Yo, they're retarded. These people are retarded. They are retarded. No kings with Trump. No kings with Trump. We don't want kings with Trump. But leave an actual dictator alone, please. Leave him alone. He's okay. They're retarded. These people are retarded. Let's see. 26 guys, hit the like button. There's 34 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you everybody who hit the like button already. We should be appreciating how many Hot Toys figures they announced in 1 year compared to exactly. It's just they will never appreciate anything again. They will buy Hot Toys left and right while bashing Hot Toys left and right because they're retarded. Because InArt can't make you a collection at this point. With their 8 figures released or 6 figures, or however many, you can't have a collection with InArt. Just an InArt collection, you're not going to have one. But they're bashing the only company giving us product. Retarded. She's used, but looks very good. Again, it's not about how she looks. Make sure the joints are tight. Make sure the joints are good. Make sure she's not wobbly. Make sure she's, all of that. She could look good in pictures. But remember, the outfit's supposed to be white. You don't know if it yellowed a little bit. You know what I mean? So just make sure she's perfect. If you're going to pay $280. Bradley Cooper.
I'm doing.
Fast know about vintage toys. Be a friend and give me your 77. I am so excited for that 77. when I make my video, guys, I'm gonna put it right next to my 78. And you guys are gonna be like, oh, look at that amazing collector. Oh my god. Faz, I'm a radical conservative. This guy. Unbelievable. Yes, people love calling me No, I don't mean you, Ash. I'm saying the people in this country. They are defending an actual dictator right now, protesting in the streets. Okay? Like literal. I'm not even joking. This is not a joke. They are protesting why Trump went to Venezuela to get him. Meanwhile, they were here protesting no kings, no kings, no kings against Trump. These people are retarded. That's what I mean. I'm not talking about you. We are going to have the cheapest the cheapest. But here's another thing. Venezuela doesn't have infrastructure to be getting all this oil. This is all reserves, right? So they need all the equipment, which they don't have. Okay? So the U.S., if people believe that the U.S. is going in there, right, and taking the oil, they got to create infrastructure. They got to make, the refineries and this and that to get this oil to be utilized. You're going to have people going in there, causing problems, destroying equipment because they're not going to allow that. So it's not what people think. It's way beyond the oil. People don't understand the angle of, I can't say the word because I might get in trouble on YouTube, but it has to do with the very small country in the Middle East, a little very small country that has a little star on their flag. Okay? Has to do with that. Has to do more with that than with oil. But people don't get that. People think it's just oil because all the news says is, the oil, which is true. Venezuela has one of the richest oil reserves in the world. Right? If it's not top, if it's not number one, it's definitely top three, which I think it's number 1 or 2. But it has to do with that little country that controls everybody. Fabs, I appreciate Jazzy. Jazzy. This guy, unreal. Fabs quality trumps quantity. This guy. Unreal. You guys. Yes, 77. Spider-Man. What's his last name? Hammond. Hammond 77. 1977 Spider-Man from the show. Fabs, I know. Has anyone seen the X-Men teaser for Avengers Doomsday? Yes. Oh my God. That movie. Guys, that movie's going to be epic. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Trump said they will be getting 30, 50 million barrels in Venezuela. Yes, I agree. A little country that has. No, I'm telling you, it's beyond the oil. It's way beyond the oil. Let's get started, guys, so we could get out of here. So I'm going to play the video a few times, and then we'll go over, and then I'll pause it. So here we go. So this is, again, guys. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't yet. Thank you, everybody who did already. So here is the Batman Origins. This is one of the nicer Batman suits from the series, right from the Arkham series, whether it's Origins, Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. So here it is, guys. Here's the video. There's no sound because it's not going to play sound, but very, very sexy suit. As you can see, not much articulation at the shoulders, very limited articulation, right? So this is just a quick teaser of a video for them to show us, obviously, what's coming. Again, pay attention to the shoulder articulation. Not much going on. Say the arms don't really go up too high because these suits aren't really articulated like that. But again, it's a very sexy suit. Now, what did I tell you guys? Remember that for the Arkham City, Arkham Knight specifically, the repaints, right? What are they going to do, right? They have to always utilize these suits, right? These newly developed suits, bodies, whatever, multiple times, at least twice, at least, right? The original figure, and then some type of repaint, some type of you know, different use to the body. And they've done that plenty with these Batman figures. Again, specifically Arkham Knight. The Arkham City, which was the original one, I believe, they only used it one time. Again, this was years ago, so it was a different world when it comes to hot toys. But now they're reusing and redoing, the same bodies and figures multiple times. David, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
I'm doing.
This Batman is fire. This suit with the XE suit is going to be correct. So it's going to look incredible next to each other, right? If you're a Batman collector, these things are amazing. They always look really good. Again, when it comes to articulation, they're not the greatest. They've never been the greatest. Even the Arkham Knight ones, they're just big, bulky bodies that don't do much at all. Even the legs don't move that much at all. Guys, hold on one second. Somebody's at the door. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. It was the neighbor next door. All right, so let me see what you guys are saying real quickly. Guys will be. I don't know. That's going to be definitely high 200s. When it comes to weapons and stuff, right? You get your batarangs, you get your grappling gun, as you can see here. Let me see what they show you. Yeah, say so. Most likely, none of the stuff on the belt is going to be detachable, as usual, because it never really is. This we get with every single Batman. Most likely, we're going to get some batarang here. We got some effects here, some lighting effects, as you can see. Yeah, see, you get some lighting effects. Can't be that much, but because of the, number one, inflation, right? Number two, the updated bodies. And because it's a brand new thing, I'm going to say, you know, 295, 305. It's a VGM Batman, so shouldn't be too expensive, right? I don't think it's going to have rolling eyes. It could, right? It doesn't have to. Look at what they did with Nightwing, right? Remember, we've been waiting for Nightwing for years. Suddenly it's up for pre-order. You would think that after waiting years for this thing, they would have updated it with the rolling eyes. Of course not. So to me, that means that when it comes to, again, it's not every figure for the VGM line, but for the Batman figure, I guess they want to keep everything uniform and not give some figures too many features that the older figures don't have, so they don't seem out of place, so they don't seem like they don't belong together. Again, that's just my assumption. They could do whatever they want. They do whatever they want all the time anyway. But so I think it's definitely going to be, you know, 285, 280, 295, 305. But again, it doesn't do much. You know, there's not much articulation, doesn't really do much as a figure. Again, I'm going to play the video so you guys can see what I mean. The arm raise movement, right? The cape is nothing fancy. They've never been anything fancy. So it looks like it's wired though, right? See, none of this is anything special. So as you can see, look at that. A very minimal 90-degree, not even, yeah, about a 90, you could say. Maybe a little bit bigger than 90. Right, the biceps don't let it do too much and let it come in too much. The shoulder, as you can see, these shoulders don't go up high at all. So let me show you another. See, this is an arm raise. So he's holding something here. So it looks like it could be a grenade, one of these ice grenades, maybe, or one of those electronic things that he throws at the bad guys. So he's holding something. He's definitely holding something with these effects here. So again, articulation wise, doesn't look like it's doing much. Remember, these suits aren't supposed to be, you know, too articulated anyway. So it shouldn't be, you know, more than 315. It shouldn't. If it is, then they're just raising the prices because they can. But it shouldn't be 300 over 315. Absolutely not. Because again, it's not a figure that it's going to be doing a lot. It's not a figure that's going to be articulating like a Spider-Man figure by any means. So shouldn't be that expensive. But we got to wait and see until the 8th, which is, what's today? Today's Tuesday. So Thursday looks like we're going to get that announcement, that full announcement. Blue and gray Arkham Origins suit is coming. Anything's possible. Like I said, they're going to repaint. They're going to repaint it at least once. Especially now that the theme is blue and gray. We got blue and gray, the Flash, right? We got blue and gray, which Ben Affleck. We got blue and gray, the Flash, Michael Keaton. We got blue and gray, Christian Bale. So it is not unthinkable that that's a possibility. But again, you better believe they're going to repaint this at least once. Look at what they did with, like I said, Arkham Knight. Batman figures, Batgirl, they got purple and gold, and then they got the original. What else did they repaint on there? I think that's it for the repaints for those. So very, very high possibility that could happen. Past Batman Arkham Asylum was the first game. Yeah, it was Batman Arkham Asylum. Then I think it was Arkham City. Then I think it was Origins. The last one was Arkham Knight. The second to last one was Batman Arkham Knight. And then the last one, I believe, was Arkham Knight, which is the one where Batman dies, or at least he's supposed to be dead. And you play as Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Red Hood. So I think that's the last one. Before that was Arkham Knight, which is when the Red Hood one, when what is it? I forget. Jason Todd, right? Jason Todd gets captured by the Joker, and then he turns him into Red Hood. But remember, before he becomes Red Hood, he's dressed up as the Arkham Knight, which is like a Batman, looking thing, right? He's got a blue mask and he's got the Batman wings, but it's really not Batman. He calls himself the Arkham Knight. So I think that's every game, because I'm pretty sure I have every game. Yeah, I think that's right. I think if I'm wrong, somebody let me know, but I think that's correct. Guys, hit the like button. There's 33 of you guys in here. Thank you, everybody who hit the like button already. Arkham City was the second game. Yep. Agent showed up. Can you imagine? Guys, it's Trump. You guys are the worst. No, in our fans, they found where you live. They found where you live. Imagine. Fabs gets deported. Nice. Real racist, Bradley. Real racist. Good to know. Good to know that your true colors are coming out. You right-wing supremacists. Unreal. Unbelievable. Disgusting. Okay? Let's see. With that thing. You're horrible. Well, guys, this is it. How it ends. Lucha, jump on the screen. That's you okay? No sound. Unbelievable. Ron, why would he come for me? Or Faz is right there. Unreal. You guys are the worst. Faz, you look a bit lighter now that you're back on camera. What do you mean? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Fabs. So not the FBI. Not the FBI. Name it next door. Pineapple. Oh, yeah, Bob? Oh, yeah? I'll remember that. I'll remember that when Mike is on. Man, I don't care if it doesn't do acrobatics. No, it's a beautiful suit. It's a beautiful suit. We needed the suit, right? I believe that's the only suit, one of the only suits so far that we needed. It's just a really nice looking suit. You know what I mean? The size of the suit, right? The way it looks, everything about the suit. It's very classy. So it's just a nice suit, No, it looks very good. It looks very, very good. Batman Beyond repaint. Yeah, but that, like I said, that Batman Beyond is the one that's slightly different, right? The symbol on the chest is different. It's not supposed to be exactly the same. But the Futura Knight is a repaint of the original. That is a repaint of the Prestige, right? So they did those three, and then Beyond was a completely different thing. And then remember, Beyond was also repainted as gold and whatever it was, yellow and gold or gold and whatever the hell it was. So they will always repaint these things at least, like I said, at least twice. Gilberto, my friend, welcome.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Hustles, welcome. How are you?
Hello.
Welcome. Fast for the other Mexican Batman. Imagine. Fast, you think they will do a 2.0 Joker for the older figures you have from the game? Make sure. I don't think they're going to go backwards. making those older figures. I think if anything, they'll give us newer stuff. I'm not sure if it was Arkham Origins where the Penguin appeared. I know one of the games, the Penguin appeared. So do not sleep on the fact that there's a possibility that the Penguin is going to be made, most likely. If it's this game, do not sleep on the Penguin being made. Because like I said, they're going to make Batman Returns, Penguin and Catwoman. You better believe it. It is only a matter of time for that announcement. So that'll be probably 2027 release. So if they're going to do that, why wouldn't they do the video game version? And like I said, we're getting the Batman Who Laughs. We're getting all these different types of figures from whether it's comic or video game, but they're going to be making tons of these random figures that a lot of people want and don't expect. Heroes, how are you, my friend?
How you doing?
Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Fast man, you went to you went to the bathroom. No, I would tell you guys if I had to go to the bathroom. But guys, I got a doozy. I'll be right back. Talia, welcome. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Welcome. Fabs, you can get to France and across the channel. We will house you all for free. Can you imagine? Guys, hit the like button. There's 32 of you guys in here. We need 3 more likes. Do not be weird. Penguin was in Arkham Origins and Arkham Knight. That's what I'm saying. Do not sleep on the fact that we are getting a Penguin from the video game line. You better believe it. Mr. Freeze to go with X. But that's possible too. That's always possible, especially now that they're making the Arnold Batman and Robin Mr. Freeze. I think that's not that they're, not that the suits anywhere near the same or close by any means, because they're not. But it is possible. They'll continue making these figures because they know that they're going to sell. These things are all being, been selling out. I don't know what's happening with the Batman Beyond Gold that just came out and the Batgirl Purple and Gold. I don't know if they're in the bargain bin. I don't know if they're sitting. I don't know. I don't think so. If anything, Batgirl is still there, but I don't know about the Batman Beyond figure. These figures don't really sit. Like I've been telling you guys, DC hasn't really been sitting. So, Fabs, if you could pick up any Batman villain, which hasn't been made, which one? Oh, we got Killer Croc. We got Bane. We got Ra's al Ghul. We got Scarecrow. That's Scarecrow from the video from Arkham. Is it our Origins or Arkham City? I forget which one it is. There's a cool with the syringes in the hands. That would be an amazing. And somebody customized that too. That would be an epic figure if they made that Scarecrow. What was the other one that was really good? Deathstroke they made already. Bane, I said. Oh man, what was the other one that was really good? Mr. Freeze. I think Killer Croc would be the best one because it would be a massive, massive thing. And they're probably never going to make that. That's why they never made the lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man 1. They just give us that base. What was the other one? There was another one that was really, really good. Not Deathstroke. Not Bane. Oh, Black Mask would be a great one. Also, that would be a classy villain to get. Trying to think. Let me see. A new Joker would be nice. Yeah, there's a ton. There's a ton that they got to make. That Scarecrow though, that Scarecrow would be sick. Sick. This guy with the watermelon. Oh my god. So awesome and Hot Toys even made figures. No, I'm telling you that. Well, they've been making video game figures for a long time. Arkham Knight, Scarecrow. Arkham Knight, Scarecrow. No, but I feel like there's been a couple of them. Not just Arkham Knight. Maybe I'm wrong. If you had those doing from the possibly maybe at least just one Wolverine. But if you pay attention to how many Spider-Man figures they've done, and the thing with these video games is obviously Spider-Man, you don't need permission for a likeness, which is why it's easy for them to make Spider-Man after Spider-Man after Spider-Man. You pay attention, they don't really do head sculpts. We've never gotten a VGM Peter Parker head sculpt. We've never got a VGM Miles Morales head sculpt, right? And we have Spider-Man 1. We have Miles Morales. We have Spider-Man 2. No head sculpt in sight. So the Wolverine, there's no head sculpt. It's just a mouth plate. So that's a possibility. Head sculpts, as you can see, like I said, they don't really give us head sculpt like that. Even for the Batman figures, right? Bruce Wayne appeared in how many of the games? We never got a Bruce Wayne from the VGM line. We always got third-party customizers doing them, but never Hot Toys. So that's the problem, right? The head sculpts give them a problem when it comes to, likenesses and permissions and all that shit. But the Wolverine, you don't need a likeness permission because it's going to be a mask anyway, right? All you need is a mouth plate, and the mouth plates could be anything, any expression, anything. So most likely we're going to get at least the Wolverine, and what's going to make that Wolverine is that suit, which is completely different than obviously the movie suit. Do you have a video game member? I have every single one. It's been so many years since I played them, and I don't have Arkham Knights. The last one, I don't have that one. But every other video game I have, I just haven't played in a long time.
How dare you?
I have that third-party Black Mask. Yep, I have that one too. I have the Bane. I have the Black Mask. I have Deadshot. That was the one I was gonna say. Remember, Deadshot was made by third party. I believe it was Art Figures, right? Art Figures made Deadshot. Hot Toys made Deadshot. Arkham, Hot Toys has never made it for Arkham, but Deadshot was one of the villains also from one of the video games. Hush, we never got Hush as a villain, but Hush would be good. Who else? Yeah, Deadshot would be a nice one. Have some fried rice. Two-Face, correct. That's another one that we never got for the video games, but we got for the movies. Absolutely, Two-Face. Dos Caras, absolutely. Yes, black mask. Again, the suit would be sharp. The black and white suit, even if they do a black on black suit, would be beautiful. Y alguna de el espantapájaros. Yes, Scarecrow, correct. También es Scarecrow. Those would be amazing. That, like I said, that Scarecrow would be a badass figure. Badass figure with the syringes coming out of his fingers. Beautiful. Do you remember what was the retail price of Social Toys Blade? I got a few. It was $220. And I can tell you that because, was it 220? Either 200 or 220. And I want to say 200 because the deposit was something like $20. And then the remaining balance was $180. And I could tell you that 100% of the balance was 180. So I want to say the full figure was about $200. From, again, I bought mine at gianttoy.com. So this blade, I got a few people wanting to sell me at some good price, but I'm looking for, something max 220, but I don't think it was even that high. I think it was something like $200. Because like I said, the remaining balance was 180. And I want to say the deposit was $20. Again, gianttoy.com. 2026 wallet. I'm telling you, guys, you have no idea with the Doomsday, and then the following year with Secret Wars, and then not only that, but then Spider-Man, Brand New Day. We are gonna get killed. I just ordered the Trump figure so I can get the hate too. Unbelievable. So the toys, Dead Killer, Dead Shot on pre-order. Oh, I didn't even know they made that. Deadshot? You sure it's Deadshot and not Deathstroke? Because Sosa Toys made Deathstroke, not Deadshot. I didn't see a Deadshot. Yeah, let me know. Make sure. Because again, I don't think Sosa Toys made a Deadshot. Absolutely not. They definitely made a Deathstroke. I think they made Flashpoint made, it was Flashpoint that made the Nightmare Deathstroke. Sosa Toys made, I want to say, 2 versions of Deathstroke. Right? I think it was Sosa Toys. Yeah, but I could tell you it wasn't Deadshot. Guaranteed or your money back. Because if they made a Deadshot, I didn't see it at all. So make sure it's not Deathstroke and not Deadshot. Wasn't it Flashpoint who made Deadshot? No. I can guarantee you it was Art Figures, because I have 2 of them. I have one with the mask on and one without the mask on. 99.9% it was Art Figures. Thank you, everybody, guys. Hit the like button. There's 34 of you guys in here. Thank you, guys, for being here as well. Blade is almost gone on Sideshow. It extra waitlisted. Yep. Fastly talking in tongues. He'll get deported. I have a Deadshot first appearance. By who? Who made that? Oh, you're talking about comic. So, like I said, guys, beautiful suit, which is what makes his figure, is the suit. Again, just very short tease here with this video, which is a shame, but obviously we're going to get the full reveal on Thursday. One thing I want to point out, as you can see, we got a wired cape. It looks a little battle damage. As you can see, it looks like it's got some holes in it, which is good. Give it a little bit of life. Again, it looks like it's a drape / wired cape, which is nice, right? It's not your typical crappy capes that we got with every single Arkham Knight figure. Those capes are the worst. They're the worst. But again, bulky armor, bulky gauntlets. See the chest, right? This is a beautiful logo, right? The Batman symbol on there. See the nice clips here, beautiful. The cowl looks awesome, right? Doesn't look off, doesn't look ugly. It sits beautifully on top. Look at that. Again, I can guarantee you none of this comes out ever. They never really do. Anyway, from the utility belt, the bulky gauntlets, which is always beautiful. See, again, this thing we've gotten a billion times with all these figures. Hopefully, they're not showing us any of the face plates, but because they're only showing one. But hopefully we'll get a couple, at least 2, mouth plates, one with the teeth exposed, and then this one, as you can see, just static, right? It's not doing much. See, every picture is just that one, which is kind of scary because they're not showing you much. But again, doesn't mean that they're not. we usually get a couple, 2 or 3 with each Batman. So so hopefully we get a at least one more to give it a little bit of a different look. But yeah, not much to the video. I guess they didn't want to spoil too much. The base is also probably something that's going to be exciting, hopefully at least, right? So we'll see. We'll see. I have a Deadshot right there. Joker was even Arkham Origins plus Bane, Deathstroke, Penguin, other villain. Yeah, no. Like I'm saying, a couple of the games had a few of the villains, repeated. So that's why I can't tell you exactly which one was which. For example, Killer Croc was in a couple of the video games. And because I didn't play the last one, Arkham Knights, I can't really tell you who was in there. But I could tell you Ra's al Ghul was one of them. Talia Ghul was also in the game. See, I don't really know any other of those villains from that last Arkham Knights game. But from the other ones, like I said, Scarecrow, Penguin. I don't even remember Catwoman even being in any of those games. If she was, I don't even remember Catwoman being there. So this bat says BD. That's another thing. So let's say they don't repaint it, which I think they will, but let's say they don't. They could battle damage it. Anything's possible, but they got to use that body. You better believe it. Yes, it is so this. Yeah, I told you, don't tell me about figures. Do not tell me about figures. Because like I said, Deadshot, the only companies that made Deadshot are Hot Toys for Suicide Squad with Will Smith. I got 3 of those. Well, I bought 2 of them. I opened one, I sold the other one, and then I got my second one from William. So I have 2 displayed. And then, like I said, Art Figures made another version. And that's the reason why when I bought 2 of the Hot Toys ones, I only opened one, because I said, all right, let me get 2 Art Figures ones. I'll keep one with the mask, one without the mask. So I have 3 displayed, 1 Hot Toys, 2 Art Figures. So I don't really have to open my second Hot Toys one. And that's why I did it. I ended up selling it anyway. But yeah, it's guaranteed it was Deathstroke, because Deadshot, I would have, trust me, I would have known Deadshot. How many face plates do we get with InArt? Unbelievable.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome, AP. AP in the house, guys. Wish Hot Toys would do the boxes to be used as backdrops like Arkham Asylum, Jared Leto. I mean, I guess it's all right if you're looking for diorama backgrounds. But that only works for like if you have like one figure per detolf and you don't want, you don't have anything else really, right? And you want to display like a couple of that same line of figures on that shelf with that background. That's the only time that works. But in general, if you're going to have one figure on there, that works. If you're going to have a couple from, again, the same exact line, that works. Not really. Killer Croc and Arkham Knight DLC was huge. That's what I'm saying. That's Venom. I don't even remember a Venom. Not Venom. The Killer Croc. I remember one of them. He was massive. Like you would be in the whatever the stage was. I think it was like a water. He was in the sewage, and you would see him like swimming, like the water moving and his tail moving until he came at you, and then you had to fight him. But there was another version of him where he was, I think he was in jail, and then he escaped. I can't tell you which game is which, but so he appeared, a couple different ways. Punches. Catwoman was in Arkham City and Arkham. See, I don't remember Arkham Knight. I don't remember Catwoman being in Arkham Knight, and that's the latest game I have. And definitely not from Arkham City. I don't remember her at all. And I'm not saying she wasn't in there. I just don't remember because, again, it's been so long I played those games. That's what I'm doing. One figure per module. Per module case. Disrespectful. Disrespectful, Rudy. Unbelievable. Module case king. Whenever we picks, we need a collection tour from this guy. That's what we need. We need a collection tour. So again, villains wise, we definitely there's plenty that we could get. Hero wise, right? I think that we definitely should get from the Arkham Knights video game Robin. Remember, Robin had, all the different suits, right? You had Red Robin, you had regular Robin, and you had all of the different, styles of Robins. I believe there were DLC packs. You had to buy the different suits to unlock them. The Red Hood, the different styles of Red Hood from that game, also badass. The Nightwing, right? Different looks to Nightwing as well. And then, Batgirl. I don't care for Batgirl. But obviously, if they made them three, obviously she's coming too. So, but those three would be epic, right? The Robins, the Red Hood, and the Nightwing. Because again, very, very sexy outfits in that video game. Especially Red Hood. Red Hood would be epic as a figure if they made it. Again, from that video game. I know they already made it for Arkham Knight, right? Remember they made the one figure with the two different looks where you could get, you would have to swap out all the panels to make them look like the other guy. But we have plenty of options when it comes to villains. And like I said, don't sleep on the Penguin. Don't sleep on the Penguin and Catwoman from Returns, because it is only a matter of time. Look at what they're doing with the comic book lines now, right? Absolute Batman. Who would have hell thought that was coming? And like Mike said, that's a year-old comic. It's not even like a classic. It's not something that's been around forever that people know very well. So what does that say to you? If they're getting into stuff that's a year old, why wouldn't they get into older stuff? Like a Penguin. So like I said, guys, strap it on. Iconic villains such as a Penguin, Two-Face, Azrael. Azrael wasn't a villain, but Azrael would be an epic figure too. Azrael was never a playable character. I think he was for the training stuff, like one of those time mission things. If I'm not mistaken, but in the games, he would just pop up here and there, and you would like look up and see him, then you would turn, then he was gone. So, but him as a figure, his outfit, his costume, beautiful. That would be epic as a figure, 100%. The Riddler, that was another one. He was in a couple of the games as well. The Riddler was more involved in the Arkham Knight video game, and I could tell you that for a fact, because you have to always collect the little riddle things, the little green riddle things from certain certain puzzles and certain things that you have to figure out to get the cages to open. So the Riddler, basic figure, but would be cool to get. Black Mask, Hush, Man-Bat. It would look cool, but I don't think they're getting into that. Deadshot, Killer Croc, Bane, elements is the militia. Yeah, no, Deadshot, Bane, definitely a Bane would be epic. And I think there were like, I think 2 different types of Bane. There was one that was like a, the human looking guy, and then there was one that was like the one with the venom that was like a monster looking thing. So that would be crazy. Frank, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Hello. Yeah, Ra's al Ghul would be an easy one, but again, they don't really bother with head sculpt. That's the problem. Everything, it's easier for them to make masks. It's easier for them to get, cowls. Nightwing, it's not a head sculpt. It's, he's covered up, so it's not, it's not anybody's likeness. Not Catwoman. Batgirl, right? She's covered up. Batman, he's covered up. The Joker, right? He's painted. It's not an actual person. Harley Quinn, same thing. She's painted. Red Hood was all masked up. Let me see who else they made. Yeah, they didn't. It's everybody I mentioned. They didn't really make many of them. So kind of a shame, but again, they made a lot. They made a lot already. My entire one of these shelves is filled with all Arkham stuff. Joker, Harley Quinn, both Batgirls. I got 2 of the Arkham Knights, the Red Hood look and the Arkham Knight look. I got every Batman. I got 2 of the original Batman Arkham Cities, I want to say, the original game. What else? I got a Black Mask there. I got an FabsFigures Bane there. I got a Robin by Toys Era. They made a Robin as well, like an actual like Robin. I put them on that shelf. What else? Deathstroke. XE suit. Futura Knight. Batman Beyond. The gold Batman Beyond. And then the prestige version, and then the regular Batman. For those who follow me on social media, I posted him today. The original, the standard Arkham Knight Batman suit. With a third-party Bruce Wayne's head sculpt from that video game as well. So I almost forgot one. Pyromaniac Firefly. I don't remember him. Pyromaniac Firefly. Let me see what he looks like, because I don't remember him. Pyromaniac Firefly. Was he in the games? I don't remember him at all. Unmasking Firefly, Batman Arkham Knights. Wait, what? He was in Arkham Knights? I don't remember this guy at all. That's weird. I don't remember this guy at all. Not even a little bit. Yeah, no, definitely not. But he looks cool. That would be nice. Let me see. Arkham Knight. Oh, wait. Oh, I do remember him. Yeah, I do remember him now. That's a 6. Yeah, that would be. I remember him now. Yeah, you had to fight him early on. He was one of the earlier villains. Arkham Origins. He was from Arkham Origins. That's why I didn't remember, because that game is. I played that game a long time ago. I remember him now. Yeah, that would be a cool. That would be a cool figure as well. That would be nice. That would be a nice figure too. Yes, absolutely. I completely forgot about that guy. Another easy one for Arnold would be Anarchy. Yeah, it's an easy one. That would be yeah, no, it was Arkham Origins he appeared in. Yeah, Anarchy basic, right? Because remember, he just has that A in the front, so nothing exciting there. Let me remind myself what he looked like, because I know he had that Anarchy A. Anarchy. Arkham Origins 2. Yeah, see, he just had that A. He had like a mime mask. Basic. Nothing too exciting, but yeah, no, nothing crazy. That's why I don't really remember him either. But yeah, guys. So like I said, strap it on because we're gonna get a lot of stuff this year. If we like Sean said, we got about 109 this year, 2025. It's gonna be at least, I want to say 115 to 120, and that's obviously including Hono. Remember, we haven't really gotten anything Hono this, at the end of the year, really. The last thing we got, I believe, was what, Magneto. And after that, I don't remember getting really anything else. We have on pre-order the Star Wars stuff. I think it's what, two figures of Star Wars for Hono. But they really slowed down with everything else. So it's gonna get crazy, guys. It's gonna get really, really ugly. And so just make sure that you start saving up if you're planning on sticking around, because it's gonna get very, very crazy. Look already with the announcements, with the releases, right? Sideshow today or yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or was it today? Yesterday. 8 emails of things shipping. 8. I'm still trying to pay off the stuff from last year, and I got 8 more yesterday. So think about that. So it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. Perhaps the hobby's dead. It is dead for some people. It is 100% dead for some people. Absolutely. Remember, once Hot Toys starts pumping out figures, it looks like the natural response to that is, my passion is dead. It's not the wallet's fault. It's the passion. Hot Toys killed my passion because they're pumping out too many figures. It's not the wallet's fault. It could never be the wallet's fault. It's Hot Toys' fault for not letting me breathe. So it killed my passion.
I don't think so.
I'm still waiting for my T800. Yeah, the T800 Battle Damage is shipping. Michael Keaton Blue and Gray shipping. Snow Trooper shipping. Spider-Man 77 is shipping. God Loki shipping. There's something else that's shipping. Let me see what else is shipping, guys. I tell you everything. T800 Battle Damage, God Loki, Snow Trooper, 77 Spider-Man, Blue and Gray Michael Keaton, and X-23. Yep, that's everybody. Again, that's what I'm expecting, at least. Jungle, stop asking me how much. You can't afford this. Guys, if anybody's interested, I am selling this diorama by Sideshow. It's a numbered diorama. G.I. Joe Recon at Waypoint with Timber, the wolf. As you can see, never opened. Like I said, numbered by Sideshow. 1/6 scale. If anybody's interested, let me know. Jungle is asking me about it right now, but Jungle will never buy anything from me because Jungle is a hater. Jungle is what you call a hater. Okay? I asked him for one thing, just one thing. I said, Jungle, there was a Yoda the original Yoda that I needed. It was like $100 and something, like very cheap. And I don't ask anybody for anything. I never ask anybody for shit. I, thinking that he was my friend, and I felt comfortable asking him for a favor, I said, Jungle, I said, get this for me and trade me. You guys want to know where his response was?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
His disgusting response was, why don't you get it yourself? This is coming from somebody I thought was a friend. He will never be my friend. He will always be a friend. Okay. Nothing for me yet. It's about 112. Yeah, okay. Extra 3 shipping soon. Yeah, everything's shipping. Everything is shipping. When those Doomsday Secret Wars Hot Toys finally comes out. Yep, exactly. Once they start with that first figure from Doomsday, it's game over. Because it's going to be one after the other, after the other. Something that has nothing to do with the movie. Something that is CMS. Something that is VGM. Something again from Doomsday. Something again from Doomsday. Something from Netflix. Something from Doomsday. Something from Doom. It's going to be insane. Because remember, they're not just going to give us just Doomsday after Doomsday. No. It's going to be Marvel, right? Doomsday, DC, Doomsday, Terminator, Aliens, Doomsday, comic book, Doomsday, video game, Doomsday. They're still going to throw in the other stuff here and there and forget all those lines. Then you're going to have, ready to ship Hot Toys exclusive. Here's one. Here's another one. Hot Toys exclusive, ready to ship. Doomsday. Here's another limited version of Artisan. Doomsday. Here's another limited, ready to ship, 2,000 pieces. Doomsday. Guys, you don't even know. You don't even know. For those who were around for Endgame and Infinity War, it was kind of like that. But during that time, they didn't have the ready to ship figures that they have now. Those 2,000 limited, 3,000 limited, but they're, you got to buy them now because they're ready to ship tomorrow. Those were not around. They were not a thing. So think about that. Not only are we getting the standard bombardment of figures, but now we have in between, we got those limited, ready to ship repaints, ready to ship this, ready to ship Artisan, or, not necessarily Artisan, but, Artisans are going to be thrown in there. Well, look at the Japan exclusive, Darth Vader Sith Apprentice. That came out, that was ready to go. Hot Toys exclusive, Japan exclusive, Hong Kong exclusive, ready to ship. Artisan. So it's going to get so ugly. People are going to be like, my passion is gone. My passion is gone. Because that's how useless we're going to feel trying to buy whatever it is that we want to buy. Because it's going to get crazy. The good thing is that these are going to be, all these Doomsday stuff, Doomsday figures are going to be pre-orders. Right? So it's going to be, $28 here, $30 here, $32 here, $28 there, $30. So that's going to be the easy part. The hard part is going to be, number one, the releases of the year of whatever we ordered last year, on top of the like I said, those in-betweeners that, ready to ship, you better buy it now or else they're going to be gone. It's going to get ugly as hell. Jazz Inc. is always out of the... This guy. I have that diorama, very cool, can go with it. No, that's what I'm saying. These things, I have 2 of them. I have 2 of them left. I bought 3, never opened any of them. They're all limited. They're numbered. And I just, good thing I didn't open them because I would have taken up so much room with these things. So that's why I just rather get rid of them. And like I said, they're numbered, they're limited. And just like the what do you call it? The Cobra chair, Rudy, that you gave me. I had bought 3 of those thrones. Remember, they made 3 different Cobras, 3 different versions of Cobra. The Crimson Cobra, which was the red, the maroon, the regular blue one, and then the one with the glass mask. So I bought 3 to have 1 of each. I was like, where am I putting these things? I sold all 3 of them. That's why when you sent me the one you gave me, I didn't have one because I had sold them all. So as soon as you sent me that, I was like, you know what? I am keeping that one, and I have it in the case with all of my GI Joes. But I had 3 for each Cobra commander. So I was buying dioramas back then too, but I never opened them because I didn't want to take up room with them. So they're still brand new sealed. The boxes are even in great shape. Can't wait for X-23. That's going to be a great figure. Great figures. Fabs and that. No, it's not anti-diorama. It's just, for me, like, they're useless to me. If you don't have a big collection, they look amazing. If you got the space for them, they look incredible. They make the figure look like an entire scene. So they're great. Just for me, they're useless to me. Who talks to a god like that? Oh my god! I am waiting for X-Men. Is going to be sick. X-Men is going to be sick. Also, don't forget Amazon is dropping that Spider-Man Noir series star Nicolas Cage. Yes. One thing, I don't know if you guys found out, but he is supposed to be. So for those who don't know the story, Spider-Man Noir is supposed to be like a clone of Peter Parker. But he's not in this show specifically. He's not supposed to be a clone of Peter Parker. He's supposed to be Scarlet Spider. Tell you his name right now. Ben Reilly. So they're not using, it's not going to be a Peter Parker. It's going to be Ben Reilly. And for those who saw the new poster that they're showing of the Office, because he's a detective, right? It tells you, Spider-Man Noir, Ben Reilly on the bottom. So they're using the Scarlet Spider, name. Because remember, also Ben Reilly is supposed to be a clone of Peter Parker. So it's gonna get Ben Reilly, correct. So that's gonna be sick. That's gonna be really good. It's going to be crazy when Doomsday Figures announce. Absolutely. And again, remember, this year alone, there's going to be way more of those ready to ship figures, like the, golden and copper gold Iron Man that, was announced day 1 of the new year. There's going to be plenty of that. There's going to be plenty. Like I said, we're going to get that stealth fractal Mark IV. We're going to get, how many more of these repaints of the Mark III? I thought we were done with the Mark III. Clearly not. So it's going to get painful, guys. It's going to get if they didn't do all of these expensive Iron Man figures, I think it would be a little bit easier. But 450, 460 a pop every time these repaints come out, and they're limited. And if you don't jump on it, that's your problem. That sucks, because then you're stuck. You can't even wait. Like, all right, let me wait a week. Let me wait 2 weeks to pre-order. Nope. If you don't get it immediately, you're assed out, and that's your problem. So that doesn't help. Faster, let us know of a coupon code that we can use for plus 10% more cap. Oh man, you let me know. All right, guys. Any more questions, comments? Anybody else wants to talk about anything? Or are we out of here? I think, like I told, what's his name? I told Ash, I think Blade is coming soon. I think Blade was announced before Nice Pool, right? So we have left for Deadpool. We have Blade, Nice Pool, Age of Apocalypse, Wolverine. Obviously TVA is out, Brown Suit is out. So those are the only ones left to be released. Also, somebody mentioned, I forget which was the figure that was, I think it was Thule. I think he mentioned that there's a figure that got pushed. Oh, no, it was Luch, the Romulus alien, the Scorched alien. I think he was on last payment and it got pushed. So that's probably going to ship, start shipping soon. Probably going to get released very soon. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. Spider-Man also comes out before Doomsday. There you go. So for that movie, we're going to get a new Spider-Man, at least 2 Spider-Man figures, at least, right? So we got 2 Spider-Man figures. We got the Punisher. We're going to get Iron Punisher, guaranteed, because he's going to put on the Iron Man suit in the movie. So we're going to get 2 figures for him. We're going to get Daredevil, right? I don't know how many versions, most likely 1, but who knows? We're going to get a Hulk. Remember, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the news, but the Gray Hulk is supposed to appear in that movie because apparently Mr. Negative is going to be controlling his mind, and he's not going to be Professor Hulk anymore, and he's going to be the Gray Hulk now. So think about that. Just from that movie alone, it's going to be at least 6 figures. And I haven't even mentioned villains yet. Remember, they're going to be fighting the Hulk, but the Hulk's not going to be a villain the entire movie, guaranteed. So at least 2 Spider-Man, 2 Punishers, Daredevil, let's assume it's just 1. The Hulk, and whatever villains we get. Let's say 1 villain. That's 7 figures from 1 movie. Now, think about Doomsday. How many teams? Forget characters. How many teams? The New Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, the regular Avengers. These are 4 teams, not 4 characters, 4 teams of characters. Now, let's say they're not making every single character for every single team. Let's hope not. The Fantastic Four. We just got all 4 of these guys. They're getting new suits. That's a very simple second set of them. Just change the outfit. Here you go, another set. Change the hair because you got to change the hair. That's another set. Maybe this is when we're going to get the full flame-on version of Johnny Storm. Right? So that's 4 right there. From the Thunderbolts, we have to get Red Guardian. We have to get Red Guardian. Right? Yelena was the only one we got for the Thunderbolts. The only one from the moment of her announcement. Out of everybody else, we only got her. So I'm assuming they're holding off for the Doomsday to come out to release the rest of the team, if they're doing the rest of the team, which again doesn't look like it. But Sentry, possible. Red Guardian, U.S. agent, I don't know. Right? They don't have to give us a head sculpt, but if it's an MMS, it should have a head sculpt. How many figures is that already? And that's only 2 teams. Then you got the regular Avengers. They're doing, you know, they're going to do Thor. You know they're going to do Doctor Doom. You know they're going to do who else is coming back? Sam Wilson. You know they're going to do Steve Rogers. You know, so they're going to do at least 6 of those guys. At least 6. Then we got the X-Men. You know they're going to do Cyclops. You know they're going to do Nightcrawler. You know they're going to do Mystique. Apparently, Tobey Maguire is supposed to appear in the movie as well. So you know they're doing him. Daredevil. Deadpool is supposed to appear in the movie as well. You know they're doing him. Wolverine is in the movie too. You know they're doing him. What do you mean? We're going to get about 20 figures from one movie at least. And then 2027 pre-orders for what? Secret Wars. And everybody's in that one. So a lot of passions will be lost within the next couple of years, guaranteed. A lot of passions will be lost, guys. A lot of passions will be lost. Oh, that's right. M'Baku. Shuri. Correct. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be at least 20 figures, at least. Because remember, a lot of these figures that we already have, they could just retouch up, update, whatever. Mildly update, and boom, there you go. So it's a lot of passions will be lost, guys. A lot of passions will be lost. I'm more stoked for Spider-Man than Doomsday, to be honest. Well, when you're a 1/12 collector, you don't really care for good stuff. Any thoughts on Dave Filoni taking over Star Wars and Kathleen stepping down? Well, I think that because of what he did with, the Avengers and, the MCU, I think that's why they put him in charge. I think that he's 100% going to turn it around. I think it's exciting. Again, if he had ruined the MCU, you'd be like, why would you do that? But because they see the success that he's had with the MCU, I think that's why they said, you know what? We don't mind giving it to him because he will do something good with it. If they didn't trust him, if he wasn't making the money, he wouldn't be getting that role. He wouldn't be getting that job. He wouldn't be getting that spot. They would find somebody else to do it. But they trust him because of what he's done. So again, we don't know what he's going to do until he does it. And then people are going to decide, oh, this is awesome. This is great. This is how we got Star Wars back on track. So we just got to wait and see. But it is more exciting than what she did. And we didn't know what she was going to do when she got hired until she did it, which was a disaster. So we just got to wait and see. That is true. Black Panther. Yeah, Black Panther. I completely forgot about Black Panther. Black Panther and M'Baku. Again, M'Baku's a head sculpt, so we definitely need him. But Doctor Strange. I'm telling you, we're gonna get a ton of figures. Kennedy always stepping down. She socks. She socks balls. I'm still waiting on Channing Tatum. So again, he's most likely guaranteed they're not going to make him for Deadpool and Wolverine anymore. They're going to hold off until Doomsday, and he's going to be announced with Doomsday. You better believe it. Elektra, I don't know what the hell happened with Elektra. I'm assuming she's going to appear in the movie as well, and they're going to hold the role for that too, because it doesn't make sense for them not to have announced them two for Deadpool and Wolverine already, when pretty much the entire line is ready to be released. The last four teases were Elektra, Gambit, X-23, and Blade. Blade went up for pre-order, X-23 went up for pre-order, Elektra and Gambit didn't. There is absolutely no way we're not going to get a Gambit figure. You better believe we are, so that's coming. So again, they're most likely holding off for Doomsday, so they don't have to make it twice, because he's probably going to have a decent role in that movie, right? More than the joke that they kind of made out of him in Deadpool and Wolverine with that accent. He himself, right? Channing Tatum said that you could actually understand him in Doomsday when he speaks, so they left that funny accent out. Which yeah, it's his accent, but they overdid it, right? They went a little bit over the top with it, so they're getting rid of that. So his role is going to be a little bit more serious. So that's why there's no way we're not getting that figure. We're 100% getting that figure. So I don't think Hot Toys is going to make that twice, right? There's no need to make a Gambit twice. There can't be that much difference in two Gambits from one movie to the other. Absolutely not. Right, so that's why they probably said, you know what, we're not making it for Deadpool and Wolverine anymore. Let's just hold off for that. Give it to them once, make it better, make it, and again, I don't know anything about Elektra, appearing in Doomsday, so I don't know what their plans are with Elektra. But if she's supposed to appear in Doomsday, then we're most likely getting her from Doomsday. She would have been announced already, 2025, if she was meant to come out with Deadpool and Wolverine. So, so I don't know. Again, it doesn't mean that they can't tomorrow announce her for Deadpool and Wolverine, right? That the Hot Toys will do whatever the hell they want all the time. But that's a weird one. Gambit, I could tell you Doomsday all day long. But Elektra, again, I haven't heard anything about her being in Doomsday, so I don't know. They do Gambit, Fabs. Heroes, villains, me too. Waiting for Gambit to drop. P.O. Wells. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be for Doomsday most likely. No, they're going to do it. They're going to do it 100%. Chris Evans come back, Captain Hart again. So now you're going to have him as Captain America. And I think a couple people are playing double roles too. I'm pretty sure they mentioned that a couple people are playing double roles. So, Captain, obviously Steve Rogers, Captain America, Captain Hydra. Because remember, Dr. Doom has his own like little crew of people, and there's another few actors are going to be playing double roles. I think Robert Downey Jr. is also playing Iron Man. There's going to be a few shots of Iron Man as well in the movie. And there was somebody else. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard. Bucky, the Winter Soldier, is going to be there too as what is he now? Well, he was in the what do you call it, in the government in the last movie, but in the Thunderbolts. But he's coming back, right? But apparently, I don't know if you guys heard this. Somebody said, I forget who the guy is. He's working in Doomsday. I don't know what his title was or whatever. But he said that Bucky and Thor will have something in common. So it looks like Dr. Doom is gonna rip his arm off. And we're gonna have the comic book, because there's a comic book version of Thor with like a metal arm. So it looks like Thor's getting his arm ripped off and he's gonna get a metallic arm like Bucky does. Imagine that. So what figure are we getting? Are we getting a figure of Thor with regular silicone seamless arms and then swap out metallic arm? Or are we getting a standard Thor and then a second Thor with a metallic arm? I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy, guys. I've been waiting for that, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna get her for that. We're gonna get him for that line. But that, the hobby. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm saying. The professional YouTubers clickbait you guys into this garbage because they're balls deep within art. So they gotta talk shit because they're YouTubers. And you guys fall for it. If I find out Thor's crying, my life is over. Why Thor's crying? Oh, I don't know why he's crying, but Gyudon, welcome, my friend. Hello! Happy Tuesday. So it's gonna get crazy, guys. It's gonna get crazy. He said, make Star Wars great again. New Daredevil season bringing Elektra Nachos from the Universal 2 variant. So if she's appearing there, again, is it going to be Jennifer Garner? I don't know. I don't think so. It could, obviously, right? If she played in the movie, why can't they add her to the show? So she could, and maybe that's where they'll make her from, right? The Daredevil series. But I doubt she's coming for Deadpool and Wolverine now. Can't wait for Gambit. But the RDJ Doom was hot to ice in the kick. Yeah, no, and I have a feeling, guys. I think there's a huge possibility that Dr. Doom is going to be diecast. Guarantee you that they're gonna make that Dr. Doom diecast. One way or another, that figure has to be diecast. You know, remember that the Dr. Doom that we have now by Hot Toys is all plastic because it's a comic book version, right? It's supposed to be a comic accurate look. But for the movie, I think we're getting a die-cast Dr. Doom, most likely. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Yo, did you see the poster that they are soon announcing the Marvel Zombies Hot Toys? No, it's not Hot Toys. We went over that on Saturday. It's not Hot Toys. It's Sideshow. Actually, let me pull it up for you just to show you what you're talking about so you know that I know what you're talking about. Let me pull it up. Yeah, we talked about it on Saturday because actually Bob ended up correcting everybody because I thought it was Hot Toys, and I was like, oh, Hot Toys is coming out with blah blah blah, and he was like, no, it ain't. So this is, you can see, Sideshow. This is all Sideshow. This is all Sideshow. So if you haven't RSVP'd, go ahead and do so. Looks like we're getting an Iron Man, Wolverine, and Thor, but it's not Hot Toys at all. This is all Sideshow. If it were Hot Toys, you would have the Hot Toys logo somewhere in this picture, and it's nowhere to be found, which is, you know, I thought immediately, oh, Hot Toys is doing this, because remember, we were shown Captain America as zombie over about 2 years ago now, and it never came out. So it's not Hot Toys. It's not Hot Toys. I was buying every zombie Hot Toys. Can't wait. Huge fan. Yeah, no, it's not Hot Toys though. I was ready. I was ready, excited. I said, and Bob was like,
I don't think so.
Oh my god. Hero Zombies by Satchel. Yep. All right, relax, Christian. Don't yell at him, okay? Double roles of trans characters. No, double roles, sicko. Evan just killing the opening scenes as Steve Rogers. Oh, okay. So I didn't hear that. Throw all that to your ear first. White Thor. Knew that fast. Not news. It's in the trailer. Sorry.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Doom does that before Thor prays to Odin. That Winter Soldier Artisan should be out soon. Oh, that's gonna be sick. As you hear about Scarlett Johansson playing female, yes, I heard, and that would be disgusting. I don't know why they do that stuff. I don't know why they think that's gonna be fun. Like people praise that because they don't want to seem like, they don't want women playing roles and stuff. It has nothing to do with that. If the character is a man, why are you turning it into a woman? Like, why? That's and people, but she's hot, but that has nothing to do with anything. It's a male character. I will never understand that. Faz, I posted that in a group chat. Y'all didn't read it. No, I didn't see. Diecast Doom will be nuts. No, I'm telling you, it has to be. It has to be. Fast Big Ray, my friend.
Hello!
Welcome. Big Dog, where were you all straight?
I'm doing!
Were you with Maduro? Unreal. I hate when, it has nothing to do with women. It has nothing to do with, equality. Shut up. It has nothing to do with that. Women, if the character is a man, it doesn't need to be a woman. If the character is a woman, it doesn't need to be a man. You're not going to get a Catwoman and be like, oh, well, it's going to be Catman now. What? So I will never like that. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how good they tell you it's going to be. I don't care how good the actress is. It doesn't belong. It doesn't make sense. Like, what was the other character? When they turn like the character, like the character's supposed to be white and they turn them, black. Why? Nick Fury. Nick Fury was always a white guy. Nick Fury was played by David Hasselhoff in those the 80s movie or the 70s, late 70s. No, I don't think it's 70s. I think it was the 80s. There was an 80s Avengers movie. Nick Fury was, David Hasselhoff. And in the comics, Nick Fury was a white guy. Again, it has nothing to do with the actor. It has nothing to do with skin color. If they're supposed to be a certain thing, leave it a certain thing. Nobody would sit here and say, we want a white Black Panther. Because everybody would be offended. Oh, well, he's a black character. Why are they making him white? Everybody would be offended. So why do they do it the other way around? Again, I understand that they do it because of the actors. I understand they do it to change the storyline a little bit so it doesn't look exactly the same. I get it. But it is so unnecessary. Because again, nobody's going to get excited about a white Black Panther because it doesn't make any sense. If they put any white actor as T'Challa, people are going to be like, what the hell is going on right now? Nobody's going to be like, yeah. And if you cheer for that, guess what? They call you a racist. Because they took a black character out of something to put a white person there. So suddenly you're a white supremacist. You're a right-wing extremist because you're supporting a black character being removed. So why do it the other way around? I don't like it. I will never like it. We're on the tail end of woke. Imagine. Oh my God, Catman. Yeah, but think about it. Think about it. Two-Face, when have we ever seen a Two-Face that is a female? Never. So why? Why? The only gender swap. Luch. Unbelievable. Exactly. They ruined Taskmaster the moment they removed that helmet. I thought it was a guy the entire time. In the comics, it's supposed to be, the skeleton-looking guy. And turns out it was some woman. And what did that do for the figure? People hated the figure because of what they did to the character. This guy, unbelievable. Physical, awesome stream as always. Rewards. Send me something selfish. Instead of gender swapping or changing the lore, create a new. Exactly, do something, new over just that. Disgusting. They got Black Batman in the comics now. Strong should play Black Panther. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, you have a right-wing white supremacist calling me a racist right now. Disgusting. Cassandra, kick him out. They made a Penguin Woman in an Amazon Batman animated show. That's lame. Remember in the Into the Spider-Verse when Doc Ock was a female too? For what? Black Batman is Lucius Fox's son. I didn't even hear about that. But they did change him to black in the comics, and SLJ rang Marvel, and that's why they're using it look like him. No, I didn't hear about any of that. We're not sure Doctor Doom was going to kill Ant-Man, which is what's going to form Kickstarter the Young Avengers. Cassie Lang will want to avenge her father with the rest of the young. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be nice. That'd be a nice story. Your thoughts on Young? No, I mean, again, we got to wait and see what happens with that. I don't think we're ever getting that Cassie figure that they showed us a while ago, because they would have to give us her head sculpt, just like they gave us, Van Dyne's head sculpt, what's his name? And Ant-Man's head sculpt, right? So because as an actress, number one, I don't think she's that popular where people are going to be like, oh, I need her head sculpt. That's why they didn't bother doing her. That's why they made her with the helmet on only for the teaser pictures to get, everybody excited for the three of them. But look how long it's been since the line's been out. And she ain't coming. Maybe for the Young Avengers, but not, not for the last Ant-Man movie, Quantumania. Do you want me to send it to you? Yeah, send it to me. I want to see it. FYI, there was a Catman in the Batman. No, but I'm saying, like, imagine switching a Catwoman into a Catman because it's cool. No, it's not. Black Batman is Lucius Fox's son. Do you even comic? Absolutely not. I do not comic. The Wokester replacing the jokes, replacing the jokester, the Joker. This guy. Who better after Robin to pick up the mantle than Lucius Fox? Lucius makes Bruce Wayne his gadgets. I don't see the issue. Again, I don't know anything about that, but that's not that you're replacing Bruce Wayne with a black Bruce Wayne. Is the point? I'm not saying you can't continue the line with something like that. You know what I mean? Like that is a good, continuation of, all right, there was a Bruce Wayne that was a Batman. Same thing with Terry McGinnis with Batman Beyond. Right? There was a Bruce Wayne that wasn't turned black or Asian or Indian, right? He still was a thing and he's still a thing, but there's a new Batman. There's nothing wrong with that because it's a completely different story. The issue is turning a Bruce Wayne Batman into a black character. Why? That's the issue. Haley Steinfeld's pregnant, all hinder her appearing young Avengers. Oh. Who got her pregnant? You? Faz, that's when Marvel gave him the role of Nick and 9 movie deals. You're welcome. Oh my God. The Young Avengers, Secret Wars, a whole different team of hot. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that'll be another thing when we get there. But that's another team that's coming. And by then, Cassie Lang's head sculpt will be made because she will have even a bigger role than she did in Quantumania, even though she had a decent sized role in that movie. So the fact that she suited up, the fact that, she was using her powers in the movie, like that's a big deal. So there is a Hindi Spider-Man already. I saw. I'm not saying that they made Bruce black. They're just no. That's a different story. That's That's not a problem because it's a completely different world of Batman. You know what I mean? It's not like they turn Bruce Wayne black for no reason, or like I said, not necessarily have to be black, but Indian, Asian, Russian. You know what I mean? Like and we have the Russian Superman, right? The what's that called? The Red Sun, right? Which again, that's its own thing. That's another completely different comic, but it is not replacing an original character is the point. That's okay. Let me see. I think Big Dog sent me something. I'm not saying that they made me black. People here, they don't even this guy. Oh my God. I didn't get anything. Whoever sent me something, I got nothing. I got nothing. Nothing. Let's see. Yep. Well, whoever sent me something, I got nothing. So you must have the wrong person. And Carlos sharing porn, Sydney Sweeney porn in the members chat. Oh my God. Do you think Netflix buying will interfere with Hot Toys down the line? I don't think so. I think that they make money off of this stuff, so it shouldn't affect anything. I think they're going to keep a lot of the stuff the same. Again, anything bringing them money, they're not going to just stop it. So I don't think so. We're not going to get into comic politics in this stream. The Batman line, besides absolute serious, have been. Yeah, I don't know anything about comics, so don't expect me to tell you guys anything about comics. Because I know nothing. No, because I had to have done figures from Netflix, lower license or higher. All right, guys. Let me just check on Hot Toys before we sign off because usually tends to happen where I get off and then there's always something announced. Even though obviously we know that the next announcement will be on the 8th. But we never know with these guys. These guys had no respect for our New Year's at all. At all. Let me see. Anything Hot Toys? Nothing from Hot Toys. All right, we're safe, guys. We are safe. Thank you, my friend. Yes, guys, have a great night. Frank, then why bring it up? Christian, go brush your teeth. All right, guys, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.